Good morning, folks. This is Brother Brad coming to you from Athens, Georgia, home of the Georgia Bulldogs this morning. I hope everybody's well and blessed, and I know I am. God's been so good to me. I'm down in Georgia for a couple of days, seeing family, and I just bless the Lord for what He's done. As we continue with a look at the 23rd Psalm through the eyes of a shepherd, we talked the other day about that about the Lord, and I'm glad He's Lord today. He is Creator of all things. He has purchased us. We do belong to Him. If you're saved today, and we talked about the shepherd and how precious the shepherd is, and how the shepherd cares for the sheep, and and how important the sheep are to him. As we move on, the psalmist wrote this. He said, "The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want." Can I tell you today we're living in a world where everybody's wanting something. Everybody's wanting the things of this world. Everybody's wanting prosperity. Everybody's wanting good health. You know, these are things we want, and we all desire things. But can I tell you that there's a spiritual part of this that the lost world will never understand? Yeah, there's things I would like to have. Uh, but the things that I have in salvation and what I have through the cross, there's nothing on this earth that I can't do without. There's nothing on this earth that I desire so much that I would be willing to give up my place in Jesus Christ. Uh, Sheep are not very intelligent animals. They will get themselves in trouble. They will eat themselves out of the food. If you put them in a pasture long enough, they'll eat all the grass and they'll have nothing to eat. If you send them looking for their own water, they'll find water that's polluted. They'll defecate in their water, and then they'll drink it and make themselves sick, and then they're going to need help from the shepherd. But can I tell you, that's why the shepherd, he's so important, because he does lead us uh, beside the still waters, and he takes us to the green pastures. He knows where we'll prosper. He knows where we need to be to have a better life, and he'll send us and take us to that place. Can I tell you that the shepherd doesn't drive his sheep, but he leads his sheep, and when we as sheep are willing to follow the shepherd, because we know that he has good things in mind, and we know that he cares for us, we know that he loves us, and he's shown himself over and over again with that tender care that he's poured out on us. That we understand that the shepherd does care for us. Excuse me, but we lost my thought there. But the shepherd does care for us, and when we as sheep realize how much that God truly cares, that He didn't just save us and leave us out to pasture by ourselves, that He didn't just leave us, that He really cares for us, and He wants the best for us. He wants us to have an abundance life. He wants us to have the peace of God. He wants us to 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 have the blessings of this life. Maybe not in monetary things. Maybe hey, some some of the poorest people you'll ever meet are some of the most blessed that love the Lord so much, and they've got so much through Jesus that they don't need anything. They don't want anything. They're not in desire of everything, because God has provided, and He will provide for us. Uh, I'm amazed as I've seen God provide a table in the wilderness. When I got to the point in the place where I didn't know where the next meal was coming from, where I didn't know where the next blessing was coming from, where God provided in His own way and in His own time, and it was always better than I desired, and it was always better than I wanted. Uh, and I thank God that He loves His sheep this morning. He cares for you this morning. He wants you. You may be living in a place where it seems nobody cares, and it may be in a place where it seems like you have nothing. Uh, can I tell you, the riches and the things of this world will soon pass away. That silver and gold will soon mean nothing. We're going to walk on streets of gold. We're going to tread on that thing that the world thinks most precious will be what we walk upon. And I'm just thankful that we that I'm not wanting anything this morning. I have the blessings of Christ. I guess the only thing I could say I want today is to be a better sheep. I want to be a sheep of honor. I want to be a sheep that he can talk about. I want to be one of his prize sheep. I want to be a sheep that brings honor to the shepherd. And when he leads us in those places where we should go, Lord, I want to follow the shepherd. I don't want to find myself in contradiction with the shepherd. I don't want to find myself. Sometimes we're fence crawlers. We want to stay close to the fence. Oh, but the Lord knows and the shepherd knows that the best grass is out in the middle where the sun shines, and we can get out there away from the fence. Because when we get close to the fence, hey, we'll start wanting those things on the other side, because that's the way our flesh is, and we'll start wanting the things of this world, and those things ain't good for us. That's why there's a fence. So many people think, I said this at the jail yesterday, so many people think that God wants us to be just solemn and miserable and unhappy, and that he don't want us to have any fun. Can I tell you that being in the will of God's more fun than anything I ever did in my life. All the partying, all the junk that I used to do, God help me. I've never had as much fun as I have when I'm in the will of God, when I'm leading a lost soul to the Lord, when I'm preaching at the yesterday morning when I got to preach at the jail. Man, what a blessing that was. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like serving God. There's nothing like being one of his sheep. Just remember, he's the good shepherd, and he cares for you, and you shall not want if you'll stay with him. This is Brother Brad. Occupy till he comes.